So I got some Ballistic Advantage lowers, and if you didn't know, Ballistic and Aero are sister companies. They make parts for each other. So this has features of an Aero lower, like the tensioning screw and all that. It's basically just got different stampings on it. Yeah, it's based off there was a Gen 2. The price is a little better, you know. Well, I got a deal on them. And thing is, people who have these lowers will know what I'm talking about here. That tensioning screw, once you install your pistol grip, or if you're like me behind enemy lines, stock, Thordson here, you lose access to that adjustment. So if you tension that sucker down and then put on your grip, if you tension right down, you won't be able to pull your rear takedown pin. You got to remove your grip or stock, risk losing springs and detents. Yeah, you know, you're out at the range. Bad things could happen. You could shut down your day. And every upper's different, so that tension is gonna change. I found that out real quick. I had my old upper, I had adjusted for that. I had a couple Aero uppers sitting that I hadn't used. So let's see how this fits in this ballistic lower. And I couldn't get the rear in far enough to insert the takedown pin. There was that much different. I had to back it out about a quarter of a turn before it would close enough. But it's quite a bit of difference. So in the end, I swapped everything over to this Aero upper because it just fits better. But yeah, you end up with either you've adjusted it to your worst fitting lower and nothing else fits and you got to adjust it, or you adjust it to your best fitting one and everything else is loose and the screws doing nothing for you. So, you know, where's fun in that, right? Kind of defeats the purpose. So I decided we've got to do something about this, because tearing things down is A, inconvenient, like I said, B, you can lose stuff, and C, I use these Joe Bob trigger adjustment bolts, and every time I take that out, it changes the adjustment, because there's a grub screw in there that pushes up against the bottom of your trigger group, pre-tensions it, and takes the travel out. You know, you're getting that the same each time, good luck. So I really don't want to do that. And so I modified my stock. Do the same with your pistol grip so that I don't have to worry about this. I can adjust it now without removing things. Done this to two of them and it works fine. I did it two different ways. The first way I don't recommend, which what it did was I removed the screw, turned it around, ran it down, put in my stock, and scuffed it up to get a mark. And then took some measurements, drilled it, 1/8 inch hole. And I started small and stepped up a couple times, and that worked good. But it's a plastic tip, it's soft, and it rounded it over instead of it being nice and square from the factory. Not ideal. So the second time, what I did was quarter 28 tap. It's the same size as your grip bolt. This has a nice pointy tip, so ran it down in there. The thing is, by the time you're down here, this gets in the way to put a handle on it. So found that a 12.730 fits, so I was able to just screw it down in. That tip, makes a divot where to drill, you know, so you're not going to walk. It's beautiful. Wish I thought about that the first time. Thing is, just drill it nice and straight so that your Allen key lines up, and both of them lined right up. You can see it there. Come on, little hole right here. Give her a few turns and show you it's working. I can't close it any more than that right now. Now I can get that in. If I tighten it up enough, can't pull it, but there's zero movement. It is just rock solid. Back it out about a 1/16 of a turn or so. I can pull, but there will be a little movement in there at that point. Not as much as without it tensioned up against it a little bit, but you know, it won't be rock solid. But yeah, much more convenient. All it needs this. I don't have to remove stock, none of that. No risk of losing parts. Quick and easy. I swap an upper, quick tweak, ready to go. So much nicer. And companies should consider doing this at the factory. At least Aero and Ballistic. I mean, this is their baby. I don't know if their grips have that, but yeah, I mean, other companies, it's you know, not as widespread, but if they do it, it'd be a selling point. One little 1/8" hole. Want to take out minimal because you don't want to weaken it. You know, all polymer don't really want to weaken it right at the weakest point. So I was a little worried about that, but it seems fine. Yeah. Show you what this. I don't want to mess with the adjuster screw because there's basically no travel, and I like that. You know? You're messing with that, either it's gonna start to get a little travel, or if it gets too tight, the safety won't work right. So you can get to a fine line between, you know, it's right there, and safety issues. Follow the instructions. You know. But anyway, yeah, I figure I would share that. It's a simple fix. It makes life so much more convenient, especially if you don't have an upper a lower for every upper, which you know, right now I don't. And I'll be swapping this between 3 uppers. If I go Endomag route, 4 uppers. I think I'm just gonna get another 9mm lower. Thinking about building a 10mm PCC. That would be another upper. You get where I'm going. Quick and convenient, easy, nice. You know. But yeah. Anyway, anyone who's run into this problem, simple fix. All right, I'll leave you with that. Have a good one. God bless. See you.